I have been dying for you guys to know how disgusting this woman is. She okay, if you guys are OG bloodbathers, you know how Esther eats popcorn. She slams it, she punches herself in the face with the popcorn. She was doing that, but with leaky saliva.
That's what I was just saying.
But with like a handful and like just okay with it. Just totally fine. Like I'm not vomiting. I'm like, do I have to have morning sickness just looking at you?
If you go to getquip.com/trashtuesday right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser.
That's 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/trashtuesday. Spelled GETQUIP.com/trashtuesday. Quip, the good habits company. Okay, you guys, the holidays are here, and that means one thing. It's time to start shopping for the men in your life. Get your boy something cute. There's no better place to look than True Classic.
So if you're ready to do them a favor and upgrade his closet, shop now with our exclusive link at trueclassictees.com/trashtuesday and save up to 60% off site-wide during the November holiday sale. These are so soft. That's trueclassictees.com/trashtuesday. This year, I'm thankful for True Classic.
Go to drinksimplyspiked.com/trashtuesday to find out how to get your hands on Simply Spiked Lemonade and Simply Spiked Peach. That's drinksimplyspiked.com/trashtuesday.
New York City, tomorrow night. There's still a few tickets left. I will be at New York Comedy Club. You can get tickets at estheronice.com. That's Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving. Come party with me and my friends. And then Los Angeles. Finally, I'm doing a show at the Comedy Store December 6th. And San Jose, rescheduled. I'll see you guys January 7th. And that's it. I'll see you guys then. estheronice.com for tickets.
Yo, what up, slugs? Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I hope you get sick eating too much food. I will be in Houston, Texas at the Houston Improv December 15th and 17th. I'll be in Edmonton at the Comedy Strip January 12th through 13th. I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida, January 19th and 20th. Come on, Florida. You know we know how to party together. Denver, Colorado, February 16th and 17th. And then in DC at the Comedy Loft, March 22nd, 23rd. A lot of dates keep being added. I also have a monthly show at the Comedy Store. The next one will be December 21st, I think. So please keep checking my website and my Instagram, AnnieLetterman.com/shows. And you can see me every Thursday on Annie Wood. Love you guys.
What's the problem, Esther?
Well, that's one way to set this up.
Should we talk about it?
I think we should.
Okay, let's do it.
I actually don't think we should. I take that back, but I can't not anymore.
Well, let's start off with the wardrobe malfunction that isn't a malfunction. It's actually a blessing.
I just can't with these breasts that I've grown. They're just...
Why have they grown? Why are they growing so fast?
I am currently pregnant. But honestly, stop. It's just stop right there. Okay? Yes, I've been keeping a little secret, a little naughty girl, but I can't really keep it secret anymore because the stomach, the uterus, they're just... you know what? I watched myself on that Angela White episode last week and was like, oh, this is not hiding. I could tell.
I could not tell.
When I watched it on camera, I was like, there's something going on in there.
Do you think maybe you just have pregnancy eyes? That you're looking at yourself because you know this information?
Maybe, but also... it was either announced this or people are like secretly like Esther's really having a good holiday season. Which by the way, I wish to God more than anything I was having a pregnancy where I could just chow down and party time and like live it up. Not at all. I've had like debilitating acid reflux, so I haven't been able to enjoy food, but I did just yesterday start a prescription antacid. So I might be chowing down now.
Can I tell
Fingers
you guys
crossed.
what it was like the first couple of weeks of Esther pregnant? She would FaceTime me, and I'm not kidding you. I don't know if you just started producing like too much saliva.
Oh.
Remember that? And you would have to have a towel or a napkin because if you didn't, like spit into it, you would just start like drooling on the side. You're foaming at the mouth, basically.
No one had warned me that was a pregnancy symptom, and I still don't know if it is.
I think it was a nausea symptom
Yeah,
because you know how you foam in the mouth before when you get nauseous.
I attributed it to like an acid reflux thing where I was just producing so much. Also, I mean, there's so much to say, and it's all negative. No, I'm grateful. Obviously, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But it has been. I'm keeping it real. It has been so challenging, as you guys, everyone here knows.
So Whitney lied.
Whitney lied. Whitney, this is my headline. Whitney and I are having very different pregnancies.
Because she didn't even notice the first 10 weeks. We just had her on Tiger Belly. And she was like, I didn't feel a thing.
Which is because those were the hardest,
I remember.
worst.
I'm not kidding you guys. Like, she projectile vomited on FaceTime.
Also, those recordings where I can't remember, like the Handmaid's Tale episode that we recorded. I was so sick that day.
I remember.
I was barely functioning. And yes, there was one of my most memorable vomit moments in the first trimester. I'm just so people know, I'm like halfway through right now. I'm like probably around 5 months pregnant right now, 4.5, 5 months. And we just had like a good 20-week scan yesterday.
Yay.
So I'm happy about that. But I've had pregnancy loss before. I had a miscarriage 2 years ago. The fear like never goes away.
Right.
So that's also why I haven't wanted to talk about it, because I'm like, anything could happen. And that's still the case. Anything can happen. But I'm just like, you know what? That's life. And we'll deal with whatever comes our way. We love donut. We'll be okay no matter what. But one of my most memorable vomits was a night where I was laying in bed. Dave was out playing poker, which he's been doing my whole pregnancy.
He's also been driving you around.
No,
Like,
he's
you've
been amazing.
Passenger princess.
Yeah.
I know he drove you to the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, you don't
then-
forget anything.
No, because Gene called me and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I got to meet Dave at the casino because he's driving Esther to the concert. I was like, oh,
my
okay,
God.
great.
Oh, nice.
Which I never get that. Like, that's not our
Ever?
relationship. But pregnancy, I'm getting the relationship I've always wanted. I'm receiving love for two is like, forget eat for two, receive love for two. That's like that's the best part. But there was a night where I will never forget this night. I was laying in bed and I felt it was starting to get hard to breathe. There was a heaviness in my chest. And I've never experienced that in my life. And that was a very new thing for me. Even in pregnancy, I was like, this is scaring me. It's hard. And it's hurting. And of course, what's the first thing I do? I FaceTime Kalila. I don't call 911.
As if I'm going to be of any help if you're having anything serious happening.
But it is funny, like how the comfort of someone you know who went to nursing school is better than 911.
Like, did it ever occur to you that nursing school was a whole decade ago and maybe I don't
No, but
remember
you're
much?
up to date. I swear. You're so up to date. You know so much. Like you're so humble about it, but you have like medical blood. Like you're like reading medicinal journals on the side. Like, you know, I trust you. Especially when we first bonded was when I was on a stand-up tour in Australia. One of my or New Zealand. One of my lymph nodes was swollen and one wasn't. I texted you I barely knew you. We had this was 10 years ago.
Right,
we
right.
just met. And you knew everything what to do. Like
I was like augmented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I hope it's not offensive, but like you're my on-demand nurse. That's how I fell in love with you.
Not qualified. By the
No,
way,
no, you
if
are.
it's something I can't answer, then I'll ask my sister. And that's
There
how
you
it
go.
filters it. So my sister is a final word because I'm like, hey, is this correct? And she's like, yeah, tell us.
And you never pretend to know things you don't. You're always like the first to be like, I don't know. Look, you tell me where to go. Anyways.
I didn't help you this time though.
Well, okay. So I was like, it was a heaviness. I was struggling to breathe. I FaceTime you and I'm like, Kalila, like, I'm having a hard time breathing and you're just kind of looking at me like sad. And then within 4 seconds, I'm like, I gotta go. I get up off the FaceTime. I run to the bathroom and I don't make it there. I just vomit all over the bedroom floor. Violent, painful, acidic. The vomit is red. I didn't eat anything red. It wasn't blood. And so that was like probably the most. And then that night also Whitney was vomiting too in Long Island. And so we faced.
You guys are tethered.
So after that, then I FaceTime you and I was like, okay, I just vomited.
That must have been the most relieving thing to just be like, okay, that was that.
It
When you
was.
can connect the dots, it feels good.
It does, but it was such a traumatic vomit.
I know. I remember. It probably came out your nose.
Oh no! What?
Oh, you haven't had a traumatic vomit if it's not coming out from everywhere. Have you ever double dragoned
What are you talking about?
where you're vomiting and shitting at the same time?
What are you talking about?
Where's
I'll ask
Annie?
you.
I need Annie for the double dragon.
got here.
She
I need Annie for my double dragon reference.
Is that like a phrase?
If there's anyone who knows who's double dragon before, I know it's Annie.
Oh, I've double dragon. I've triple dragon.
But I do remember that. And I do remember looking at you and thinking like, oh, you look nauseous. Like, you don't usually, like there's usually.
That's not visual.
But it is. You were like a little bit gray or green. I was like, oh, she's not well. And you were foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. I was like, oh, she's going to blow.
That was a bad night. I've had some violent vomits, and I've had some baby vomits, some just like spit up ones. Thankfully, now that I'm in like the second trimester, I'm not vomiting, but this is my headline about the second trimester where everyone's like, oh, this is like the time to shine. Like you're going to be a glowy goddess. You're going to feel so much energy. No, I would say it's better, but I'm not good.
I do think you are very, very pretty.
Annie's
Happy
here.
Thanksgiving.
Hi, guys.
Oh my God, Randy.
Oh my God, the pregnancy has been revealed.
I just found out Esther's pregnant from the back. I knew something was up.
We've been keeping it a secret from Annie.
Can you imagine? I would be so livid if this is how I found out.
We're also gonna have like a full-on baby
Congratulations.
shower.
We're so excited you guys know now. And she's allowed to chew gum whenever the fuck she wants.
But
okay?
say it into the mic. Stella, wait, what'd you say?
We're gonna have like a proper baby shower.
Yeah,
Yes, of course. Are you kidding me? Let's have 3.
thank you,
Yeah.
because I will not have one if I don't do it here on this show.
Well, I will say something too. I had a dream that you were also pregnant and I was actually pissed. I was like, guys, I feel like you're putting pressure on me. It's a little disrespectful.
Wait a second, though.
Are you?
If I don't know.
I don't want to be
You don't
told.
know?
Don't tell me, guys.
I mean, until my
I'm
period.
gonna be the like rigid, fucking dried up bitch on the show with these 2 juicy pregnant women.
You're fertile.
I am fertile.
And you
I am very
also,
fertile, Esther.
you have healthy embryos.
Yeah, confirmation from a doctor
I
that
actually
you're
am doing great, guys.
You have.
Sorry, guys. I actually am doing great. I'm more fertile than her.
I actually think in the
Why
last
is it a
year,
competition?
in the last year and a
Because
half,
listen, it's life, baby. You got 3 bitches together. We're gonna compete.
in the last year and a half, I feel like my body's definitely changing. Like I have this fear that I'm like perimenopause.
I think you're not, but I also had that fear.
Really?
Yeah, I think you just need to get all the tests I got, and they'll tell you the same thing.
Oh,
you look
okay.
juicy. Doesn't she look juicy?
She does. I don't want to like. I feel weird that we're relying on looks for fertility, but I also do think there's some truth to it.
Mm.
And also, you've gotten pregnant. No offense, so many times.
Yeah, no offense. You've really hoed it up in there.
You've gotten pregnant.
You've partied.
Yeah,
with
but
sperm
wouldn't
and
it make
eggs.
sense that the universe
No.
wouldn't give me one now because
No,
I've
it's
had...
not how that works.
No.
Okay.
The
Good.
universe.
But maybe that's why you are feeling these things. You're having baby guilt.
But I'm not having maybe. But that always enters your mind, right? Like even if you're so pragmatic and so progressive about your ideas about abortion, there is always that feeling, at least for me, where you're like, fuck, like what if that was my only chance? Like I'd be lying if I said, I didn't think of those
Yeah.
things.
I think that's a very normal thought to have, and it would almost be weird if you didn't have like these weird afterthoughts about having abortions and stuff. Like even me, this whole time since my miscarriage 2 years ago, I've been like, that was never a baby. Like I've had no attachment to it. But even now, I'm like, oh, what if, so I think it's just normal. Any pregnancy loss, whether elective or not, like there's gonna be. We're just animals.
But wait, it's so exciting you're pregnant. I've
Is
been
it?
dying.
Is
You
it
guys
really
missed the
exciting?
trimester that was the most disgusting and make funnable. I have been dying for you guys to know how disgusting this woman is. She okay, if you guys are OG bloodbathers, you know how Esther eats popcorn. She slams it, she punches herself in the face with the popcorn. She was doing that, but with leaky saliva.
That's what I was just saying.
But with like a handful and like just okay with it, just totally fine. Like I'm not vomiting. I'm like, do I have to have morning sickness just looking at you? And it's like, and it's funny because Whitney's like, that's not a symptom, which it is a symptom. I know it's a symptom, but it's so funny. Whitney's like, that's not even a symptom. Whitney thinks Esther's completely made up any like hard pregnancy things.
And I don't blame her. It's for some reason, it's just magical on her.
It was gonna happen this way for you, and it was gonna happen this way for her.
Annie, you came in with quite the look today.
Guys, well, I wanted them. Okay, this was the plan, and you guys, you absolutely rule. I want to just give shout outs and thankfulness to this new production team. You guys are unbelievable. We love you so much. I feel carried and held by you. I said last minute, I would like to dress like a pilgrim and show up as a pilgrim without them knowing. And like have a pilgrim reveal to overshadow your pregnancy reveal. But they couldn't get it together in time, so this is what they came up with instead, which seems true, seems good.
I love that.
But wouldn't it have been funny if I came up like waist up in pilgrim?
That would be actually hot. We should have
Maybe
done
with
that.
the boobs?
Yeah.
But I asked them like last night.
Wait, can we see also the baby you have?
Okay, my boy has been sick, so he's coming to work with mommy.
Wait, what's going on?
It's been a series of unfortunate events for my poor Randy.
Was it a UTI?
He had a UTI, that was part of it. So first he had fleas and they gave him the oral medicine, which is not meant for a little baby. He's an innocent little boy. He's not supposed to be swallowing flea medicine.
Wait, really?
So he had a horrible, it turns out, but he's just a little precious boy. He shouldn't do anything he's got a low immune system, obviously. He's born with mange.
You're like already you're a
No,
mommy.
I am a mom. But I'm telling you, after my ayahuasca thing, I'm like really like poor Todd. I'm like, no more hot fries in the house. We ain't eating snacks I'm like, this can't happen. I'm not having a junk food child. I know we already have one in the family. You're like feeding it Funyuns already.
Like,
just up.
this is
He's not moving.
He's always been a floppy, docile lover, but he's very this is Esther in bed. Just kidding. She'd be perched her ass up. But anyway, that's for you guys to see in her set. But I think he's on a lot of antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
He looks so.
But he is always
Can I
floppy
hold
like
baby
this.
Jesus? Do you think he'll? Yeah.
He looks like he's resting in peace.
Yeah, he looks like maybe an old lady that.
He loves his bag too. This was the here.
Oh.
Oh my god.
He's my prince.
I have to say, you look good in a baby carrier.
She's trying to curse me with a
I
baby.
know. And it really is a curse. Like, that's the thing is,
Go
I
with
don't
auntie.
want to talk people out of pregnancy.
Maybe take his little thing off.
Oh.
It's okay. Oh. Oh, he's stranger danger. He's so cute. He's a good boy. He's like, I have to know her.
Oh, it's mommy. Oh my god.
It's actually.
He has two speeds.
Yeah.
Hyper crazy zoomies.
Yeah.
And oh my god, he wants to.
He wants my baby. He's eating my baby.
He's hungry.
That was a big joke early on. We were like joking that Donut would be like, I accidentally ate because it's so
Oh
little.
my god, he smells your snatch. He
Wait,
smells that turkey.
can we pull up Tiyanak? I mean, since
Come here, baby.
What?
this is just one other thing you have to be afraid
really
of
like
during
that word.
pregnancy. It's CHANAK.
Is it cat poop?
No, it's a baby thief.
Isn't there cat poop? You're like not.
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
you
But
not be
cat
around
because of
cat poop?
toxoplasmosis. Yeah.
Is
so-
that not a vote for
change.
dogs?
Vote,
Dogs rule.
vote for dogs.
Dogs rule.
No,
Randy-
it's-
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Esther and I've had so many weird, like weepy little. I'm so excited. Our baby's having a baby, Kalila.
I know this feels both strange but also incredible. But the whole toxoplasmosis thing, or at least I learned in microbiology class, it can cause like mental illness down the road. Like
What,
if you're
cat poop?
exposed, yeah, if you have like an outdoor cat and then the mother gets exposed to like a protozoan, like toxoplasma gondii,
Yeah,
it's like a
you
banana
have,
shape.
you have to not garden, not go near cat litter,
Not cook or clean
or wipe your butt. It's really hard.
But Esther, here's something I want to scare you about.
Okay.
Oh, she's not easily
And
scareable.
it's a Filipino monster called
It's your
Tiyanak.
Babadook.
Wait,
A Filipino monster.
It's Baba, and then there was a thing I would never say because that's really not a good word.
wait, maybe I'm wrong
Ganesh?
about this. Tiyanak is like baby demon, right? What is the one that steals babies?
You're asking me?
We'll get back to it.
Tap into your Asian. Make it happen. Oh, he looks cute.
So cute.
He looks a little
right?
bit like Dave. Esther, Dave mixed together. Now, do you think, I think your kid's gonna be cool. And I know that it's against some odds. You gotta bring this baby over to me for like once every 3 months.
For a
I got
scare?
this. I got this. I'm gonna make this baby tough.
For a scary sleepover. Wait, okay, actually, did you guys ever have sleepovers or hang out with your mom's friends?
What?
Wait, I know that it does sound crazy, but I'm like trying to like think.
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
brought this up to Dave and he was like, "What are you talking about?" I would occasionally go have a sleepover at my mom's friend's house.
Wasn't this
With
just
your mom?
them babysitting
No.
you?
This
I don't
was
think
your
it was
mom.
a sleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is your mom calling her friends and being like, "Help me with this child.
But I was
I'm
like,
going
once
to
in a
lose my
while.
mind." This was like a postpartum
then-
like support group.
Right, and then calling it a
No.
sleepover so it wouldn't hurt your feelings.
I think I wanted to do it. I think I was like, "Oh, that would be." I think I was the ringleader.
I had women my mom's age that my mom was friends with like take me on excursions.
Okay, so
Like,
similar.
Yeah,
okay,
it was like a cool older person that's not
Yeah.
your mom.
it's kind of really fun.
I went to Longwood Gardens. Can you look up Longwood Gardens to show them this beautiful Philadelphia haunt?
I have a question, Esther. Do you think you're gonna dump Annie and I because we're not moms, and you're gonna find
No,
your own
we would
mom
dump
friends?
her. We dump the moms. The moms
I
don't
think
dump
moms
us.
get dumped.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I'm ready. I'm getting my last little looks in with her.
I think it is. That's beautiful. I
That's
think
her-
it is a real.
It's not that good to look at. Sorry.
It's.
That's where my Michaela Majoon, this DJ that my mom used to work with, used to take me here.
I think this is a very real, like, women in your 30s, like, conversation of when certain friends have kids and certain ones don't. It's kind of impossible to, like, keep it up the same way that it was. Like, I struggle with that with friends who have kids, right?
I think it's definitely you're on a different pace, but it's for me like it's a little more selfish. It's like when my friends had kids when I was still very worried about my fertility and didn't have Todd and like wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have kids, it was very confronting. And when I was around the baby, which was pretty selfish. Like I wasn't able to just kind of like celebrate them and their children. It was more like, oh my God, fuck. Like,
what does this mean for me?
Am I not going to be able to, like when you told us about your other pregnancy, I was like, you bitch, you got pregnant on me? Like it was like that, selfish.
I get it though, like, cause when you hear someone is pregnant, you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose them to their child. It's real. It's
Yeah.
definitely relatable. I also have.
But I beat that baby, didn't I? That one wasn't a baby. It was
I feel like when friends have kids, because I was a babysitter for so long, I kind of am like not as interested because I'm like, I know that at one point that's going to be my whole life again. And previously that's like a job to me. And so I have not been that friend that like wants to hang with the kids.
Yeah.
I have to admit. I don't know, and that might make me an asshole, but that's just my reality.
I think it's just as a woman, motherhood is just the topic in general is very tense. So it's just like things happen. And it's like, I was talking to my friend Abby, because I haven't spent that much time with her kids. And they're like grown kids now. They're so cute. And I was like, I really want to like hang with you. She's like, yeah, I think you'd really like them. She's like, it's my fault though, because I'm selfish. Like I want you to myself. I don't want to be like mothering when I'm with you. Like, so we always end up like, she gets a babysitter and we go out. Like there's a lot less. But I was thinking, I was like, we should go to the beach and stuff and hang out with the kids. Because I love being around kids.
That is true because when I hang out with my friends who have children, who have 2, 3 kids, we're not talking at all. I'm just entertaining the kids, especially if we go to the beach, then it's like all activities, right? Like everyone is hands-on. Like everyone hands on deck because there's children that we need to care for, like collectively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you're the friend who's not hands on deck, which I've been the auntie. Like I remember my brother getting so mad at me because they had all their babies like in the pool. Everyone was like playing with the babies and stuff. And I was sunbathing in like a bikini. He was like, Annie. I was like, all right, you're right.
But it becomes all about the kids.
Yeah.
And that can be hard when that's not the place in your life that you're at.
Exactly. It's hard for me to reconnect. One of my best friends, he's a dad of 3. And even though it's like we should be making time for each other, and we do, there isn't a whole lot of conversation really between us. It's just hanging with the kids.
Yeah. I know people like, a lot of people like, I won't post too many pictures of my kid on here. But I'm like, post your baby.
Post whatever the fuck you
I want people to like
Yeah.
love their kids and share their
Exactly.
kids. And
You know what? So, okay, for a long time, bless you.
You guy, you motherfuckers.
It's gonna come in stronger now. You're gonna
You know I
snot.
sneeze in twos, and you just
She did it.
stole 2 sneezes.
I was like kind of evil to my face. Did
I
you see
know.
it?
I like, okay, so I'm definitely not a girly who's been like, motherhood, I want kids. Like, dreamed of my wedding day. Not at all. Like, I always thought if I had kids, 40s, maybe, who knows? Like, and in the last few years, you know, I obviously made the decision 2 years ago to try to get pregnant. Then after that pregnancy loss, it wasn't like, oh, let's get going again. It was like, well, wait a minute. Is this what we want? And we had lots of conversations that were like, we'll be okay either way. And you know what really sold me? And I know this, not a lot of people will agree, but one of my girlfriends, Grace, was like, she has 2 kids. And I was like, I still don't, I had the pregnancy loss. We don't know. And she was like, you could just have 1 kid. And I was like, I never thought about that. I always thought 0 or 2, And once she said that, something clicked for me. Like, maybe 1, maybe, is like the chill, dip your toe in. It's never going to get too crazy. I know it'll still be really hard, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm really romanticizing.
I have a
1.
counter.
Okay.
You want the second one so the first one can help raise it. And then, which your sister did for you. But you also want to be careful. I have a friend who is in her 50s and her son just turned 15. And she's like, she had a kid way earlier too. And she's like, I have been driving children around for 25 years. Because you have to drive them everywhere.
Yeah.
Or you get them a town car.
Town car?
Let's get some more ads up on this pitch. Bing, 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 bing. No, but have you ever seen like the rich kids that like pop out of like a black car and you're like, oh my
In
God.
movies.
I know.
I have only seen them in movies too. And they do end up getting kidnapped. They are always kidnapped and held for ransom.
The sweetest, most considerate man I ever dated was an only child.
Really?
Mhm.
I have a lot of only children in my life.
There's
They're
some
precious.
positive research about only children. And I know some people get mad. They're like, that's selfish. And I know there's challenges like when they don't have a playmate. I get that. I know there's like downsides. And I know I also could change my mind later. But right now in this moment, I'm very committed and love the thought of a 1 and an only. My dad was an only child. I'm like half only child. And also the positive research is like only children tend to be more creative, more confident in their ideas. I don't know why, more imaginative,
Soul
whatever.
attention.
Yeah, it's a lot of attention. You're getting all of your needs met because it's not being dispersed.
But it's also a lot of alone time.
It is learning how to be alone. I
Alone
think.
in your room
My
with your
sister's
toys.
partner for the past decade is an only child, and he's great. He's great.
Is that the lover?
The lover? Who's lover?
I'm just saying, did you date him first? You're like, he's the kindest only child.
Oh God, gross.
Pass
No,
the
but-
baton.
Yeah, but I remember him being like treating me like, I think it's because he was really close to his mom, and his mom was a little older and needed a lot from him. So he was just really good about fixing things and always like caring for a woman. And so that kind of transferred over to me for a couple of years, and he was really great.
Did you just have an image of a child taking care of you?
Yeah. Fixing things. That's just sweet. That's just sweet.
Got to work, kiddo.
I want to become the advocate for a 1-child household.
I
You
have
mean your
China?
China?
China, I'm coming for you. I'm going to be
Well-
the fate. And actually, I heard they lifted that.
They lifted it.
And that people still don't have more than 1.
They don't want to be the weirdo in the neighborhood.
It's like, it's funny how that like cultural, it's hard to change that, even, you know what I mean?
So here's the thing, like when I used to foster single puppies, it was the hardest thing ever. And then when you would have 2, then they'd play with each other, then they wouldn't be nipping at your ankles all day. But then it's like, well, what's the difference between 2 and 10? So then I would just foster a whole
I would let
Like
you
10
rectally
puppies.
examine me just by the way, the straightness to which you throw that finger up.
It's a gorgeous finger.
It's so clean. It's so precise. Look, ooh,
It's thin.
she did like a cute little red rum
Oh
too.
no, they're
Ooh,
double
that-
jointed.
Well, I might come when you're doing it if you keep doing that.
But yeah, no, I do feel like,
Gosh.
of course, there's major benefits to having more than 1. Like for sure, everyone loves a sibling. I get it. But it does seem like the people you know who have kids, like life is peaceful with one. And then 2, it's like, oh,
Yeah,
how you been?
Misery.
I think you have to worry about getting too enmeshed with them too, though, if you just have one.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
you
not
don't
worried
be
about
two
that.
best friends.
That's where I'm at. That's my goal. In fact,
Let's keep space. I'm called Mother, and that's all.
we need to have Trisha on, obviously, again. But I saw her on, like, she was talking to some girl on the podcast about how the girl, like, sleep trained her baby from day one. And she's like, where does your baby sleep? And Trisha's like, oh, she sleeps in bed with us. And I was like, yes, Trisha. Like,
I think
Trisha
she's
does
my
it ever,
motherhood
yeah.
goal.
however you do it is the correct way, right? Like there's so many people with so many
Yeah.
opinions and so just snarky and disgusting on the internet about how,
I
like the proper way to
know.
be a mom. It's like, dude, like I grew up in the Philippines. Co-sleeping is a real thing, and there are benefits to co-sleeping that I think that maybe, people here are not like, whatever it is, however you do it, keep the baby alive. It's all good.
I
I think you just
agree.
don't want your baby like getting its period in your bed. You know what I mean? It's like, I think like just when they need some privacy, they'll let you know. They'll be like, oops, I should have put a maxi pad on.
Yeah, I love that you say that, and I feel the same way. It's like, come judge me. Like, you can't penetrate my like fortress of not giving a fuck what other people think.
Yeah, also it's so like elitist, right? And it's because it's like not everyone can have a separate bedroom for the baby or have a separate crib. It's like there are families that sleep in one
Whoa, we
room.
have one crib for the parent and the kid.
Adult crib, baby crib. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
dude, sometimes co-sleeping is the only way.
But
that people-
also, if you intuitively feel like that is what's good for your family, then you should intuitively do that.
yes.
I also do want to come forward and be very clear that I'm halfway through this pregnancy and I have not bought a single baby item. I've not done a lick of research. I have no nursery. Like, I am really just hoping that at the 11th hour that inspiration will come. But I'm like, I think I'm in denial.
I think my guess is that you went through a very traumatizing miscarriage that was really important that you disassociated from it to survive. I'm guessing.
I think that like, and anytime you have pregnancy loss, it doesn't ever leave you. And so every doctor's appointment, I literally go in like shaking. I'm so nervous that it's going to be that bad news. And then when I leave and it goes well, I'm like, oh my God, Dave, she's still there. I'm like, can you believe it? He's like, yeah. Like, for some reason, it didn't stick on him the way it stuck on me.
Yeah.
And I think this is a common thing, like pregnancy after loss. You're just, that never leaves you.
You're almost like afraid to celebrate anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think now I'm 20 weeks and I'm like, okay, like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I should probably get a little bit ready.
Well,
no,
I
but
could
I mean,
pitch
I have
something.
friends, and also it's totally okay to not feel completely connected to your pregnancy. I have friends who didn't even feel connected to their baby when their baby was born. Like it took
Right,
a
I've heard
minute
about
to kick
that.
in, and that happens, and that's also okay. Like however it, happens for you, if you start to feel like, oh crap, I got to start nesting. Whenever that
Yeah.
hits you is whenever it'll hit you. But I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not going to throw your baby in a dumpster, I think it's okay. I think
I'm in. It's
there's no
funny 'cause-
timeline.
Thank you for saying that. I was thinking about the dumpster. No, just kidding. I
Thank
don't
you for
have-
believing in me to not throw my baby in a dumpster.
I did hit that second trimester, and that's like when you're supposed to get all this magical energy to like make a nursery, and that's like when me and Dave went to Vegas. Like
Baby moon until the last second if you want. Who
I think
cares?
so.
Do
I
whatever you
agree.
want.
The
It's like
last
it's fine.
second.
Dave will do it. Just make Dave do it. But also I was thinking maybe we do like a vlog and we help you put together a nursery.
I will take anything
paint it
that
and
you
stuff?
offer.
Yeah.
Please.
Ooh, I have a friend
Make it.
who makes all I think I told you about him.
Oh,
My
yeah.
friend Johnny.
Yeah.
He does all of the like baby furniture and stuff.
Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Guys, any recommendations? Anything? I'm starting from scratch.
Esther, even the way that you did this announcement was crazy. Like
Why?
we had a whole show planned, and you're just like, I'm gonna you're just cavalierly like coming
It's
in.
now or never, I think.
It's-
I
I love it.
couldn't. Nah, I woke up. I looked at the stomach and was like,
It's not a burrito.
after
She kept
all.
going, I've eaten a lot. I'm like, you do have a bump. It's so cute.
Thank you. You have been very supportive of believing that it's a bump.
That is so funny because last week after we recorded, you came out of the bathroom and Annie was like, exactly what you
Yeah,
said.
like,
You're like,
thanks,
oh my
here's the
God, you have a
thing.
bump. And you're like, no, I ate too much.
We're like,
And
you
you're like,
have a
no,
baby
that's a
inside
baby.
you.
There is that phase though, and I'm still in it where you don't pop yet, and you just look like a pillow.
I keep saying she's my weight now. You're my regular weight. We can share clothes. We'll shorten the legs and you can wear around my waist.
But I do not want to be like moving into mommy mode 24/7. Like I really look, anything can happen, but I want to still be me.
You will be.
Yeah.
My friend Meg has
Yeah.
4 young kids, all under the age of like 9, 4.
8.
She has 4 young kids.
Seeing double over here.
She's like my number one, like we go to concerts together.
Yeah,
like
you're
anytime I'm like,
fine.
hey, you want to do this? She's like, I'm down. She's the most fun. She completely does not buy into the, oh, I got to stay home and be a mom. She's like, fuck that. I'm enjoying
Also,
my life.
I
That's
know that
cool.
you're not into this idea, but I would just be like, build an addition and bring the parents. Bring those old ass parents over and let them enjoy
But
raising
not
this
all.
kid.
That's actually, I think that the millennial myth is we all think our parents are going to be so helpful. There's so many things I read on Reddit and people I know that are like, so my parents come by, they're not helpful. They don't do anything.
Your mom does everything though. Don't forget that.
She could definitely clean some bottles.
She could be doing all of the stuff that's not the actual mothering.
Yeah.
And your dad will be entertaining you.
I don't know what my dad's reaction was like, I'm too young to be a grandfather. I'm like, you're 80, sir. You're 80.
My dad's reaction was,
Oh, yeah.
he was like, Esther's going to be the first mother that needs to be incubated. He's a fan of the show.
He gets
He knows
it.
the tropes. He knows our roles.
That is so funny.
But I think it is like, that is the bummer of having older parents in this situation, because it's like, it would be awesome to just have some young ass parents whip in and just raise our children for us.
The other thing that I've thought about a lot is I'm like, damn, I wish, and I don't really wish this, but I think to myself, I wish I had gotten pregnant at 18. And I'll tell you why. Because at 18, you're young and you're stupid and you're so used to new experiences in life. Like life throws you all these crazy things and you just assume that's how it's supposed to be. But at 35, like I know what life is. I know what I can eat. I know what I can't. I know how I'm comfortable, how I'm not. So to get thrown all these new changes, like I'm resisting.
Also, when you're 18, you'll definitely go clubbing when you have a kid. You're like, Mom,
Party
take this
mom.
baby. Going
Can
out.
I retire as your on-call nurse and give you the number of 2 of my best friends who are pediatric nurses?
Yes.
Okay. Have
Are
them on
they-
speed dial.
Finally, she's out.
Are they available to move in? Do they live in?
Yes, possibly.
We need to get a night nurse for the baby and a day nurse for you,
I know.
just to make sure you have your electrolytes.
Dude, also the worst part of the first trimester was like a feeling I'll never forget is being so thirsty, but having an aversion to water where like I couldn't drink water. It would make me throw
It
up,
was so disgusting.
but I was thirsty.
I've never seen a more disgusting weeping
I don't
cotton
like
mouth
water,
at the
so
same
I feel
time.
you.
Oh, like can you imagine being thirsty and you can't drink and it's right there? It was it was just
Can you imagine watching a person just leak like goo from their mouth? I was like, ew, is that the mucus cork?
That's how you know
Coming
I'm
up.
so comfortable with you guys that I would just lay there like
I know. I'm like, do you want to adjust your chin a little bit? Like, do you want to like look a little cute for us? It's disrespectful to a point.
I know you and
Like,
Whitney.
what am I, your nurse? Like, what?
You and Whitney always say that to me. You're like, oh God.
I know, like Jesus. She's always like in the corner. I'm like, why are Whitney's tits perkier than your face? Come on, pick it up. Whitney looks so pretty pregnant.
I know.
It's actually the most annoying thing I've ever seen.
But we all knew this. We
Yeah.
all saw this coming.
I'm excited for yours to like really round out this belly.
The other thing also, I was FaceTiming with Whitney the other day and she's, like 8.5 months pregnant. She's like, oh, I just, started the lower back pain. I'm like, I've had that for 2 months already.
You're like, I had it before I was pregnant. That's how I got pregnant. I was laying down on my back. Is the baby gonna have a CPAP?
Oh my God.
That would actually be so cute, a tiny baby CPAP.
That would be cute.
Was it something you guys planned, or I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this?
Yeah,
Was it
you can ask. Like I said, after the miscarriage, because I had a type of miscarriage where I couldn't try for 6 months. And then after that 6 months, I was like, ugh, I lost the taste for wanting to do that again because it was so hard. And so I think like a year and a half, I was like, or 2 years, whatever, I was just like, I think I want to, but I don't want to. It's so hard and it sucks. And I like getting high. And, I was getting in shape. And then at the beginning of this year, I was just slowly warming up to it. And then in the spring, I was like, let's kind of try a little bit. And it really, for me, wasn't until it's those ovulation those
I know,
strips.
it's so crazy.
Literally, like, I cannot physically get pregnant without those. I was like, oh, I know when I don't know my cycle at all. I get the ones they give you a little smiley face when you pee on them. Both times I got pregnant in a second with
They
those.
should give you like ones for whether you're trying to get pregnant or not. It should be a frowny face or a smiley face. You choose.
Yeah.
It's like pink or blue.
Bobby is not allowing me to get pregnant yet.
What?
Yeah.
No.
In my dream, I was like, this is going to be a wild tiger belly.
No, he says he's like
I
been.
was like, this is wild.
He's like straight up like, I'm not there yet. I can't handle you being in a serious relationship, and please don't get pregnant.
No.
Sorry,
Lila,
Bobby.
no.
Sorry, Bobby.
You know what? Also, there's been some things that you've told me about your guys' post-relationship that I was like, that's fine. You're such a good. And then I tell Dave, and he's like, boundaries are being crossed. And
Boundaries.
and so I'm red flagging that you need, and I also get pregnant.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
guys.
Annie, come on.
Just give me like a year or two, please.
Annie, when I get pregnant, you'll be the first phone call, and I'm like, get to work.
It's like.
Get to work. We're doing this.
Well, okay. In ayahuasca, I don't know if I said this before. I really had this like vision of like, because I'm so afraid to have sex. And I'm like, why do I have so.
That's such a funny
But it is
sentence.
because I'm like, I always have so much anxiety. And it's because I'm so fucking fertile. I'm like such a mom.
You really are, though.
I'm like so like, oh God. I get knocked up at any moment. Like we're having a baby sex every time I fuck him. It's like, I know, I'm like, Todd, stop.
But pulling out works.
I know, and it has worked, but it's still scary.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. Pulling out work.
I
It does.
promise.
It does.
That's our
I need to get the
platform.
strip.
I know we're supposed to be teaching young girls things, or maybe not, but like, I'm sorry, but it fucking works.
It has worked for me my whole life. I have never gotten pregnant. I've only done pull-out, obviously safely with safe partners, but like, and I think maybe the partner needs to be good at it. But if you two,
I know. I don't want to be like rude. I do not trust Todd. No, I do not trust him.
he is young.
He's young. I do not trust his pull-out game. It's worked so far, but
I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe some people's pull-out game. I just haven't been with anyone whose pull-out game is weak. It's always a guy who's like he pulls out and then he still has to jerk himself off
Yeah.
for like 20 seconds before he comes.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not supposed to give too much information about my sex life, but I'll just nod my head.
Yeah.
There's good pull-out game out there. And
Very
I'm-
considerate pull-out game.
yeah. And when you're like, wait, did you get out before that first burst?
Ooh.
You're like, is that you or me down there? Whose wet spot is this? You fuck.
No, that fear is so
I told you
real.
I basically only fuck him on my period because I'm like, I don't trust you.
It's so funny that
Like
it's all
go to
that
a
you just
teacher.
don't trust him.
I needed to go to school.
It's so
Go
funny
to
because I don't
school.
trust myself. It's myself.
No,
I don't
you
trust.
have a fetish though.
Yeah,
I don't
I
have
do.
that fetish.
Original
I'm like,
recipe
do not.
fetish.
I'm like, I want you to be able to get to the tip of my head. Cute outfit. Look at this
Oh my
bod.
God, our sexy social media
Bitch.
goddess. I don't want to waste all
ADD.
of this Thanksgiving decor. What do we have going on
So
here?
selfish. You stole Thanksgiving
My
Well,
child.
with your turkey.
My body.
Oh, it looks so cute. I took hot pics of her.
Thank you.
Can we do a shoot where we do like a mold of your stomach and we're somehow involved? And
What
your
do you mean
pregnancy.
a mold? That's
You
so
know how people do like
gross.
molds of their
That's
belly?
repulsive.
But it's
to
like
me.
our hands on it and not Dave's.
I like that.
Wait, do people still do belly molds?
Yeah.
What's the purpose
Why?
again?
I think so. They can have they can fill it in with plaster and have like their own stomach with their husband's hands on it.
That is the scariest thing. If I saw that in your house, I'd run out.
I want a mold of it
screaming.
crowning.
Ew.
I'm putting it over my door.
Nothing is worse for me than when my mouth doesn't feel clean.
It's also worse for me.
It's really bad for everyone.
I sit very close to her.
Quip, the toothbrush, the water flosser have changed my mouth forever. Like, And I love how chic the toothbrush actually is. I love showing it off. It's like so cute and like.
Do you have to show people, look, I brush?
Look, I brush, I'm proving it.
Guys, she wouldn't have gotten pregnant if it wasn't for Quip.
I do love that it has timed sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist recommended 2-minute clean. It's lightweight, sleek design, reusable handles in a range of sleek metal hues, as well as bright plastic colors to just pop whatever your bathroom counter vibe is. If you go to getquip.com/Trash Tuesday right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, or water flosser. That's 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/Trash Tuesday, spelled GETQUIP.com/Trash Tuesday. Quip, the good habits company.
Always such a pain in my butt to have to shop for a guy. And I am so thankful that True Classic exists.
I would like to spread this on bread. This feels so soft. Todd wears these all the time.
This is such a good boyfriend tea where like you actually end up stealing
You
it.
steal it.
And right now, for a limited time this November, they're giving our listeners a special Black Friday deal all month long, up to 60% off site-wide. That's so good at True Classic Tees.
60%?
Yes.
Oh my
60%
God, guys.
off site-wide at trueclassictees.com/Trash Tuesday. And honestly, Sluggies, like this is the boyfriend gift. Also, men tend to wear the same clothes every day. Like they need some help. So if you're ready to do them a favor and upgrade his closet, shop now with our exclusive link at trueclassictees.com/Trash Tuesday and save up to 60% off site-wide during the November holiday sale. These are so soft. That's trueclassictees.com/Trash Tuesday. This year, I'm thankful for True Classic.
And I'm telling you guys, Simply Spiked is so freaking delicious. I enjoyed it over the summer, but now it's the one thing I bring to all of family parties. Everyone loves it. They have so many great flavors.
I know that like as soon as I get an invitation to a holiday party, I will be bringing Simply Spiked Peach.
Because it's real juice.
It's a crowd pleaser.
And what I love about it is that if you don't want just one flavor, you can pick up a variety pack. And the variety pack has everything from the lemonade, strawberry lemonade, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon lemonade. All of the lemonades, basically. Plus, they have their signature ones, the peach, the kiwi peach, all of the peaches as well. Go to drinksimplespiked.com/Trash Tuesday to find out how to get your hands on Simply Spiked lemonade and Simply Spiked peach. That's drinksimplespiked.com/Trash Tuesday.
Flavored beer, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Simply Spiked Co., Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly. Simply Spiked and Simply Spiked Lemonade are registered trademarks of the Simply Orange Juice Company. I can read. I owe it all to Simply Spiked.
Wait, this is actually a really good question. So there's a debate on TikTok.
Yeah.
So okay, this is also our Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
By the way, also because I've been suffering, all I want to do is complain. I've been suffering so much in this pregnancy. This year, the holidays are life or death for me. Like I'm clinging to them. They are so important to me. I am celebrating. 'Tis the season. I'm listening to Christmas music already. Like
Did you dress up for Halloween?
No.
You blew it.
Did I?
But also, it just means you're Filipino. We start Christmas in July. So you're officially adopted.
I interrupted you. So what are you doing? You're listening to Christmas carols?
I'm
This is
celebrating. I'm fucking celebrating
Good.
Christmas.
Christmas is gonna get awesome when you have a baby.
Yeah,
it's
Because
so
last
cute.
year, by the way, Christmas holidays was really rough for you.
I know.
And you were in a deep, deep pit of
And
depression.
I did nothing for Christmas. I literally had not, didn't listen to a single song. I didn't see my family. Like
You were
this
trying
year,
to just bypass the holidays.
I really was. And so that's why I think this year I'm like, I need it. And I'm not judging. You know, sometimes I get in these little bitchy moods where I'm like, that's stupid. Like, it's not for me. I don't need it. But this year I fucking need it. I mean, are you
Tell
guys
us what you need from us. Do you need 12 days
holiday
of Christmas?
cheer?
I'll just give you holiday
Do you
cheer.
need
I'm
a
excited.
menorah?
This is great. Speaking of giving back, I am so glad I gave back your shirt. Okay, it was weighing on me so much. And it was like the universe was like not letting me give it back to you. It was like I would have it folded, washed, ready to go, leave, 10 minutes out, can't go back. I'm already fucking late.
Wait,
Can't go
where's
back
this
and get
one
it.
from?
So this is what I'm saying. So I could
Yeah,
never
I've been
find one.
eyeballing.
The minute I give it back to you, I went to Nordstrom's. This is it's one
Rails?
from No, it's from Urban Outfitters.
Oh yeah.
But they sell it there, and it's so nice.
It's BDG. Those
and
are
it's
the
my
oversized
favorite,
ones.
and I couldn't find one.
Can I tell you where to
then.
find it? All of the ones that I bought, the oversized ones, are all from Poshmark or secondhand.
I've been buying some good stuff from Poshmark.
I don't. This one's a Brandy Melville one. I kind
We
of
didn't
hate
ask.
it. Okay, let's talk about this.
We didn't care.
This is very important, and I need your answers.
Okay, sorry. This is holidays.
When is the correct time to start Thanksgiving? Like
after Halloween?
Time-wise?
Or it can go with Halloween.
what time are you eating? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I have
You
my
don't want
answer.
to. You want to have the food day. You want to have it before the day of because the grocery store is wild on Thanksgiving of last minute.
This is not answering the question at all.
No, I'm getting to it. I have
So
a thought
Thanksgiving
process.
Eve.
Thanksgiving Eve, you want to have things cooking, starting. You want it to
Okay.
smell like Thanksgiving.
What time are we sitting
Yeah,
down
is
to
it-
eat?
is-
To
Are
eat
we
the
sitting at
dinner,
the table?
3 to 5.
Oh, for me and my family, it's just always dinner.
Yeah,
it's Thanksgiving
same.
dinner.
It's 3 to 4. You can
And
do
then
an
that
early
way,
one.
because
3 to
of
5,
all
I mean.
of the freaking L-tryptophan from the turkey, you're gonna sleep a real
Exactly.
But I
And you're
graze
playing
for the whole
Monopoly?
week after.
Oh yeah, my Thanksgiving is so sick coming up. I'm so fucking excited.
Dude,
what
what
are
are
you
you
guys doing?
I'm having a weird Thanksgiving. I know
What
I
is
just
it?
Wait,
sold a-
Mrs. We're just celebrating everything.
Well, we're going to New York for the week
Awesome.
of Thanksgiving, and I am so terrified of holiday travel that we're gonna fly back to LA on Thanksgiving, but we're doing like a little brunch, a little mommy and daddy brunch at a really nice place in New York. So we'll do like a full, but it's gonna be early. It's gonna be at noon, which is not ideal.
You're doing a very weird thing for a girl that's part of the holiday season is holiday travel.
It sucks so bad.
You're supposed to leave Kevin behind. Remember?
Right. Home Alone.
You're supposed to
Esther,
fuck
weren't you
out.
in that movie?
The sequel. The sequel.
You
Or
weren't
no,
Kevin?
what was Kevin? I was his body double. No, I don't know
The
what.
holiday travel is a
Home Alone 3
disaster.
or something. I don't
It's
know.
crazy. You have to surrender. Holidays are about surrender.
Yeah, but you
You
guys
just
are
whatever
seasoned
happens.
travelers. It's for the non-seasoned travelers where it's really a nightmare. But the airport is a nightmare.
Not only
But-
are we flying coach, we are flying so far back in the plane
Same.
that the woman apologized. She was like, I am so sorry. I was like, it's fine, it's fine.
Wait,
And
where are you
her apology
going?
made me- We're going to Jersey. So Todd's, okay, so this is going to be a lot of family math. Todd's older brother's wife, her parents they bought a condo at the beach in Brighamton Beach, I think it's called. And so they have a condo and then they rent this big ass house across the street and it's got like an elevator. And they invite, so it's Todd's siblings are coming, his one brother and his wife, the hot one. Hey, Lexi. What's up, Lexia?
love family
hey,
crushes.
Hottie. No, there's so many Lesbo vibes in this family hang. She always cuts it out when I say this too and sends it to me like, what's up, girls? She's so hot. But anyway, so they're gonna go to her family, but they're gonna come for like the days for the day before. But so it's gonna be Todd's parents, Kate's parents, Wayne and Kate, his older brother, Kate's brother and sister, who are awesome. And then her sister's like really into true crime. So she like fills you in on every like murder that's going on. She does like sleuth stuff. Like she's always like, so she's fun to have around for that, is like amazing. She fills you in on everything. And then her brother is like this photographer. I have a bunch of his work
Oh,
at my
that's
house.
right. Yeah, that's right.
And he's like also a truck driver and he kind of wears like girly outfits to piss his Republican dad off. And it's like so fun. The vibes are so high. And then they invite my parents. So then my parents come. And we play like Monopoly. We get screaming matches. Like things go crazy. We're gonna have football game on the beach. His mom got us all these crab legs, so she's cooking us seafood
Oh
the day
my
before.
God.
And Todd's mom, I've said this a million times, is my favorite restaurant. She is so good. But Kate's mom's also a great chef. Kate's a great chef. So it's just like so much good food, so many cool people. Last year, Ryan brought his girlfriend, she was like so hot and so fun and so kooky. So I hopefully he gets a girlfriend in the next week and can bring her. But it's just like fun.
Oh, they've since broken up, is what
They
you're
broke
saying.
up. It's like, bring us Monica for one more week.
I know.
But it's just really fun. And everyone just gets along and it's just so fun.
I feel like
sounds
that sounds like a really fun Thanksgiving.
We're
Any
gonna
type
be
of
gone
like
7 days.
multi-family
Mhm.
thing is like, it just feels like a party.
Oh my God, look at the little slug.
We
You
just
guys
been
are
there
the
for, like, 3
best.
weeks.
I need to do
Katie's gonna
another
cry.
producer. I know, I'm pregnant. Another producer appreciation. This is so. Every little detail. I cried about them in ayahuasca. I was like, they're so good.
We love our new producers so much. We really do.
It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. It's so sad.
Thank you guys for saying that.
This happening on the day Julian's not here too.
I know.
Yes, and to not have Julian around is so exciting. We don't like those kinds, if
Kyla,
you know what I mean.
Thanksgiving.
No, we
My
love Julian.
Thanksgiving is nothing like that at all. I didn't grow up with Thanksgiving. I have no warm feelings towards Thanksgiving.
I
So-
grew up with it and also don't have warm feelings.
Okay, so it's not well, and then it's really just my stepdad, Roger. It means a lot to him. He has to cook the turkey. And then it's basically him yelling at everyone to sit at the table exactly when he needs everyone sat at the table. And then he's always like kind of half angry because he's like dealing with a bird.
Yeah.
And then we sit there and then we eat. And then I usually pass out on the couch and then that's it. And I really prefer it that way because I just don't have feelings about Thanksgiving. But I love Thanksgiving because it's the marker. The next day, I go get my tree, and then it's Filipino Super Bowl, right? It's Christmas. Christmas
fucking
is
rules.
it for me. It's it for my family. We go hard.
Yes.
I
I'm
mean,
getting
that is
chills.
yeah. It's there's nothing better. And truthfully, Americans should start celebrating earlier. The trees are up in the Philippines in July.
That's
Like
really
if you go to
sick.
a mall in the Philippines in July, it's full blown Christmas. The Christmas songs, everything.
I think that Thanksgiving, let's be real, is the kickoff to Christmas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can start listening. I mean, I think day of Thanksgiving, you can 100% be playing Christmas music.
Well, some people though observe Christmas starting the day after Halloween, which I'm kind of doing that this year.
Love
but
it.
it really gets into high gear.
Observe was like a big girl word.
Observe.
That was good.
Like I'm already working on my Christmas playlists. I'm jamming out. They are really they lift the mood.
I think so, especially
vibes.
I think you should start it before daylight savings time. So
Mm.
like in the Philippines, they call it the Burr months, BER. So once September hits, then it's like one notch up. It's like, ooh, the Burr months are here. Then it's like more trees, more lights, more paroles out. Parole is not parole, but it's like a
Yeah.
little like decoration thing. But I think that's how it should be because come daylight savings, it's so fucking depressing. The sun goes down at
But
4
I
o'clock.
think if you think about it like Christmassy, it's not depressing. You're like,
That's right. If you
"Ooh,
have the
it's
lights up
holiday."
already.
Yeah. Because it is crazy how dark it gets. It's like, it really throws your, like, what? I've been going to bed at like 9 p.m.
Really?
I have been passing out.
That's how it should be. Your body goes up and down with the sun.
My
That's-
ring
I
is
don't-
finally winning. This Aura ring I got. Do you guys have these?
What is it?
Maybe I should get you guys these for Christmas if you want them. It measures your sleep and your period and
I think they're
a
so
bunch of
cute.
stuff. They're cool. Yeah, maybe that'll be a Christmas present. But so in the morning I check it and it tells you like if you got enough REM or deep sleep. It might be like stressful. Sometimes it's stressful. But at 9 p.m. it always texts me and it goes, "You're winding down for sleep." And I'm like, "No, bitch, I'm not winding down for sleep. I'm getting ready for work. You don't know me." But I'm like, maybe it knows me. But it tells you if you've like done your like work. It measures how much you should work out.
Do we have the poll results for when people?
So we have a couple poll results, a couple Instagram updates. Kalila, question: Kendall Roy, hot or not to you? Because you weren't there that episode.
You know I like weird uggos.
But you thought so hard about it. If it was
You're
a
right.
yes, it's not.
Like
It's not
on
a yes.
on
Character.
aesthetics alone, it's a negative for me. But because I, watched the first season of the show, I get it. No, but I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Sorry,
I made you do
Esther.
that. Honestly, I
Yeah.
was really like.
Wow, you
The
threw
It was
it.
the
sadness.
sneeze. I stole the sneeze and I forced the no.
It's how sad he is that gets
Yeah.
me going.
sad.
I am
Yucky.
so over super sad boys.
I want nothing to do with it.
I cannot have
Not
it.
super sad. Not like that you don't. You
I
almost
can't
want
do
them.
pessimism
Okay,
either anymore.
I need you. I can't have this. I need your energy. I need you. I need you to help me with this. If you say need to me, I am no longer
No.
available.
It's not that. You want them to be sad, a level of sad where they don't know they're sad. Like you know they're sad, but they don't know.
But have you
Do you-
dated the guy that goes like, I had the guy that was like, I just think you're going to be the one that like motivates me. I'm like, whoa,
That's disgusting.
psycho.
No,
me.
no.
'Cause I am like, I'm flying high vibes and everybody either has to be here or on their way up here. I am no longer, I realize my entire life has been me like trying to tell weak men they're strong. I'm like, no, you little guy, you're doing great. You're so stronger than all these ones. It's like, it's like,
you are good at that though.
but you're also like enabling people to not
yeah.
be their best self. It's like rise the fuck up. And I'm not just saying men, but it's like, it's just, I notice so much now. Like when people are just like only think of the most negative thing, only
Yeah.
like, and they want you to be with them. And it's like, I'm not available for complaints.
I can't do it anymore.
Unless it's Esther complaining about her pregnancy. That feels high vibe. That does feel high vibe. How often do we talk now? It's a lot.
I'm not well.
No, because I already have like a predisposition to depression and mental illness,
Right.
right?
No, yes.
And so it's like, look, I know this about myself. Therefore, like if someone matches my really depressive energy, it's not like we're never leaving the house. We're gonna soak at home together. So I like the contrast of someone being a little bit more upbeat, who wakes up in the morning, wants to get after life, because that's not me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get after life. I want to sit in bed and dissociate. So when someone is the opposite of that, I feel like we're balancing each other out. And honestly, I could afford to teach him a thing or two about depression. And I think, you know what I mean?
No, I think it's like important when you have like high energy to just keep it so that everyone can like match it rather than like, you know, like, oh,
It's been
are we all sad
Yes.
together?
We have more poll results.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this
Oh my
is what
God, she's still
Instagram
business, bitches.
Justice for
okay,
Esther.
that's pretty
And what I
good.
mean by that is like those are close numbers.
Those are that's very close.
We got 44% think Kendall Roy is hot and 56 not.
I'm just gonna say that's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
round it
that's the
up.
same as
I'll
50-50.
take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next
you.
one is the name dropping one, which was pretty shocking.
We need to poll if people like name dropping or not like name dropping, and let's let Annie have a little taste of being wrong.
I don't.
We'll
I
switch it
like
up.
being wrong. I surrender to that.
Annie, your take on name dropping?
I love it. Give me all of them. Tell me everything. I will name drop other people's name drops. Like
Klyla, what was your take about name dropping?
It's when Annie does it, it's hilarious.
It's
I
the
think
best- it's the
depends
greatest gift
who
on
is
earth.
name dropping. When Bobby or Annie do it,
who gave me?
the
Olivia
best.
Munn gave me this doggy bag. Okay,
That is
and
cool.
I've never not told someone that.
But if you do it in a way that's like you're trying to hide the fact, like you're trying to be cool about it, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know that guy, or I know
Yeah,
that's
that's
gross.
what's
I'm always like,
Gross.
be ready to catch a name I'm dropping. Are you ready?
I know. And you know what's funny? After this episode, then Dave called me out because yesterday on one of my TikTok lives, I did a name drop and he fully roasted me for it. But I'm like, that's different. I think when you're like trying to like woo a woman and you do it, that's gross.
Okay, I went on that date with that singer-songwriter.
Oh, that's right.
And he brought up Beck, and I was like, I just met Beck. And he goes, whoa, name drop. And I was like, I just met him. You just brought him up.
yeah, that's not a name drop.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking? It would be crazy. It would be insane if I didn't tell him I had met him the week before. I was like, oh my God, I know like how tall he is and shit.
I'm gonna say for the purposes of dating, and if I'm going out on a first date with a guy and he's name dropping, it's a no for me.
And if they're your friend and you're name dropping them, it's weird. Well, I mean, Olivia. But
Okay, so this is what.
Wow.
53% said I do it, no shame. 47 never. It's a turnoff. Again, 50-50.
That
Okay,
makes
that's
so much
cute.
sense for our audience to be like,
yeah.
because that's how, dude, I'm telling you guys, I was listening to it because I caught Dave listening to the Angela White episode.
Was he masturbating?
When I hear the three of us talk, I'm like, we are all so fucking different in every way. Like, of course, our audience is going to be 50-50 everything. Like,
Yeah.
we're all so different.
And then the last thing Katie and I want to talk about is you guys know that you have a reel that is blowing up.
Oh yeah.
The Subway reel.
Have I told you guys the story about in the first month of me and Dave dating? I was at his apartment and he was going to go get a Subway and he took my order and I got a foot long and he came back with a foot long for me and a 6-inch for himself.
Ooh,
and I
that's
was
not
like,
okay.
you can't do that.
That's not okay.
It's like hot controversy now.
It's so insane, and Esther's so right that it's like.
But also, this is one thing we fully all agreed on, which is like if a guy, like when you ordered
I ordered a foot long.
a foot long,
Dave went to go pick up the subs and he came home with a 6-inch sandwich for himself and my foot long. And I had never in my life felt lower. I get it that that's confusing to men. That's fine.
That's fine to
but
be confused.
And Dave was confused as well.
Yes. But I think it is okay. There is like differences between genders, and I think, sorry, it's not always, guys. But it is like funny that we all feel this way, and then men feel the other way. That's funny. I'll be like, let's get ice cream, and Todd's like, no, I'm not falling for this. I go, come on, let's get ice cream. I go, I'm not doing it. I go, we're getting ice cream. He's like, all right, fine, we're getting ice cream. And then in the morning, I'm like, why'd you let me get ice cream? He's like, I told you.
Yeah, I think I need someone to go down with the ship.
Yeah.
Like if the ship's going down tonight, I
It's
need
not
you
going to be my fat ass
Don't get
sinking
the,
it.
food anxiety part of it, I guess.
Yeah, and I also think we're all self-aware that we're crazy. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
funny,
an insane
it's
request.
funny, it's
but
funny.
it's so real
It's
and
And
funny.
I do have to give Dave credit that like if literally just someone in the breeze mentions Taco Bell, he's like, let's go. That's great. Let's
Yeah.
go. He's always down. And that is the Subway is a misrepresentation of who he truly is, but it was shocking and uncomfortable.
Todd always, whenever we drive by a Taco Bell, he goes, what's that place? Taco, what is it called?
What?
He always acts like he's never. He's like, we should try this new restaurant out.
That's actually so cute.
You hungry?
I can say baby voice in front of my dog.
Oh.
He's so cute.
I do think when you accidentally say baby voice in public, there's nothing more humiliating. But we did name one of our geckos Gull, so it's like girl and baby voice. So everyone has to do baby voice.
Wait a
Gull.
second. Isn't there a thing that says like if you do baby voice in public that is a sign of
Mental illness.
no
like safety?
trauma?
Oh.
Adults with baby voice is a sign of like, complex PTSD. or
Listen, I got
something
a lot
like
of little reptiles and creatures in my house. A lot of baby voices being thrown around, but in
I do
public,
baby voice.
it's so
that.
embarrassing.
Esther, you and Dave don't do baby
Are you
voice?
too short to do baby voice?
We do like we have our words. We have a lot of like words.
But the voice, I need to know you do
To
baby
donut
voice.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Served
This
by
is
Pretty
so
Women.
amazing. Randy.
We are
Oh my God,
so
Randy, come here.
lucky. We are
Look,
we are
Randy's
grateful.
like, oh, my food.
Oh my god!
I love my dog
my
so much. Him being
love.
sick has been absolute hell. He was peeing blood.
No, it was a UTI.
I know.
Yeah.
But then all the meds are hurting him.
Okay, shut up and eat. Although people hate when we eat, but
Who
whatever.
cares? Guys, she's pregnant. We all have to eat.
I'm wondering if we can have a cheesy moment where you guys go around and say something nice about each other.
I'm gonna steal Annie's and say that I'm so grateful. Oh, we are grateful for the new producer.
No.
No, it's about you guys.
Stella's like, can you give me a compliment?
No, it's
going
about
through
you
a
guys. So like,
divorce.
what are you grateful with each other?
I am so grateful for Annie's insane next level sense of humor because she will make any topic funny and weird and silly and not serious at all. And so I'm so grateful to have 24-hour access to that whenever I need it. And I'm grateful, obviously, that Kalila is a nurse on call as well. Just that the three of us are so different. Literally, we could not be different. Like our voices, our personalities, how we grew up, what we believe in, what we like, what we dislike. We're all so different. But I love that we share this commonality of like, there's no shame, there's no embarrassment. And that's we're just gross and we don't care. And I'm grateful for that. Top that, bitches. No one's trying.
Esther, my girl. I love my little munchkin. She's so little and so cute. I think we have just known each other a really long time, and I really appreciate how much we've kind of gone through together, and we kind of like grew up
The phases.
together. through
Living
a
in your
lot-
car.
Weird. Remember the little rent-a-wreck I used to have? And I think
You met me when I was sharing a studio apartment.
yes,
with
I was living in my car, and you were living in something the size of a car.
with another person.
I was there for the daving down.
Mm-hmm.
I also, what I really love about you is when fucked up shit happens, we really are there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
When we've had some losses and stuff like that, it's been like immediate there for each other.
Safety.
And I love you. You put up with my nonsense. I know you hate when I'm late, and it's so cute. You're still my friend. And yeah, I'm proud of you. I think you're doing so many really awesome things, completely aside from growing a human. You have a movie coming out. Your set is so funny right now. Everything's like really coming
This is
together.
too much. Thank you.
Okay,
You
never mind. You're a
uncomfortable with
fucking
the love?
bitch.
Back now, me, Annie.
I know.
Shit.
That
You
was so
ungrateful
good.
bitch.
Listen, you are the
Thank
shoulders
you.
of this operation. Without you, we could not stand.
Thank
So
you.
true.
No, Kalila, you shine. You're like,
In
I'm
the
this
face, I'm so
depressed. No, you're
oily.
like, I was looking at it when I said that. No, you're like, I'm like this depressed thing, but no, you're a badass. You're a
Thank
creative,
you.
special, beautiful, wonderful girl. You're so dedicated. You're so like loving to people. You are always there, no matter even if we're like where we're at in our friendship, you are always there. You never don't pick up. And I know that I can ask
Caregiver.
you, what's that?
She's a caregiver by
Yeah, I
nature.
can ask you any question. You always have an answer.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I love how you are with your family. You're so like, you're sweet. I love how you are with your dogs. You're just really like dedicated and sweet and smart. And you have
Thanks, Annie.
all of the things in the world going for you. And like, I
Nice.
like this new boy, but don't
know.
get pregnant right now.
I'm gonna
bitch.
wait for you. You know what? I'm gonna wait for you.
My
Do
it. Get
Oh,
pregnant.
bitch, it's too late. You're too far ahead.
Annie, I'll wait for the cream pie. I'll wait
Let's
for the
just cream pie. We'll be like 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
go.
Yeah.
Kegel.
Deal. You have to Kegel to keep it in.
No, but I'm just saying, if I
No.
want to have a baby, I'm gonna Kegel that shit in. I want my baby to know I fought for it.
You fought for every last drop. Esther, over
so
10
scared.
years now, I've known you, and it's just been such a sweet little thing to see you go through your different phases. The first time I met you, the first thing you said was, "Do you want to see my tits?" I said yes.
Why do you have the same origin story with everyone, you fucking bitch?
Only you two.
And then you're just a silent killer. Like you just never really
You're like
know.
a fart.
You're just this tiny little
Like a
force
heart
of
attack.
nature. And
I feel like sick around you. I want to throw up.
I'm super grateful that when shit hits the fan, like what Annie said, like you're a vault. You have a lot of really good advice and you're very
you.
firm. And when you get shit done, you get shit done. And I like that you are my idol in asserting boundaries. You're someone
this
that I look
boundary
up
bitch. Yes,
to.
boundaries. These boundaries are wild.
As a people pleaser, you're someone I look up to when I need to really, put my foot down on something. Like, what would Esther do? I'm super thankful for that. And just overall our friendship and knowing that you're just a phone call away. And Annie, you are my idol when I look for freedom. Like when I think of someone who is just so free, so just unafraid, so just fuck you to everybody. When I need moments of like to channel that energy, I always think, what would Annie do in this situation? I love that we've always been able to, you know what I mean? Our phone calls is a lot of very personal shit that maybe we wouldn't tell any other person. But I feel like I can tell you anything. I feel like with the both of you, there's never judgment.
There's no judgment
Never
in this
judgment.
group. There's
And
no
there's not even a
shame.
flinch. When I tell you crazy shit, there's not a flinch. There's not a, oh my God.
But you
none
let
of
us
that.
make fun of it too. It's like,
Yeah.
when we gear up, like, it's going to get dark. Oh no, here she goes. Those are like my favorite moments.
And I'm super grateful that one random phone call 3 years ago brought us to this place where we are today. And I'm super happy we're still
Shitting
here.
blood. Shitting blood brought
Right.
us together.
One phone
No,
call.
I thought it was us calling her and being like,
Oh,
will
yes,
you do a
okay.
podcast with us?
Well,
But
our
Annie and I
friendship,
bonded over shitting blood.
she wouldn't even be in the orbit
Yeah.
if I hadn't shit blood and Bill Burr hadn't come on and talk about his
Right.
blood.
And Annie's like, oh, you shit blood too? I was like, yeah, baby.
Todd's
and
like,
that's
you have to call Kalila. She shits blood.
Okay, I don't
Before health
love-
insurance, we needed Kalila. Do you remember how bad we needed Kalila? Not that we don't need her now, but
Well, this is the middle of the pandemic,
Oh,
too.
I
It
had
was a
no
bad
health
time to
insurance
shit
still.
blood.
I'm really proud of us that we fucking crushed this show.
Fuck yeah. I am too.
And it's steady. This has been like, what, 3 years? It's
Isn't that crazy?
And I'm sorry, this show is a success.
This show rules. Sorry, guys.
It rolls, you
It's
guys.
so
Look
good.
at our studio. By the way, who came in and was freaking out? Every person, by the way. But Jordan Jensen was like, oh my God, the studio. I'm like, yes, this fucking
That's
studio.
right. And thank you to our producers. This
Guys.
this
It's
is
so-
the prettiest set I
It's
have.
so gorgeous.
You guys just absolutely crush it day to day. You leave no stone unturned. As Annie said, I always feel held in mind. It is a different energy. And it's honestly, there are feelings of like Do I deserve this?
It's crazy.
Do I deserve this level of attention?
Esther's like, is this okay?
I know. Every day we come in here, I'm like, can we afford this?
Are we allowed to do this?
Why are they feeding us all the time?
And like, just the smallest gestures that you guys do are like huge, and the big gestures are even bigger. I don't know. I don't want to get into it too much and be, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut unless Annie wants to talk.
No, we don't need to talk about the past. We move forward.
I just also want to say, I know that slugs it's tough with the change, and it was like one version and now like suddenly we appeared, but everybody on the team like loves this podcast, really believes in it, is working very hard for it. But I also just I'm so grateful that you guys entrust us and are letting us help you.
Yeah,
Also,
you're all cool too, by the way. Everyone's cool that works.
And
Like
hot.
everyone's awesome. Everyone's cool, well dressed, good looking. I'm even talking about you guys.
I'm even.
It's just fun. Like I'm always here like late, just hanging out with you guys.
That's the vibe.
It's so fun. Randy.
This Canadian chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sucked out all of the spices first so he wouldn't.
Oh,
have
I didn't
that.
even do that.
There's no spices.
I mean, the breading and stuff.
She's
Like I don't
gonna
want to.
mama bird your baby for you.
Yeah, I don't want to give him the oily stuff.
You are gonna be such a good mom though. Our kids are gonna be crazy though. All of our kids.
Dude, we're gonna fuck our kids up, and that's
Our kids
okay.
are gonna be
Like, come on,
insane.
let's be real.
No,
guys.
that's what they
They're gonna
say.
be different like us.
However you fix what was wrong with your upbringing will mess them up
You're
in a
gonna
different way.
overshoot.
Yeah,
You're gonna
my mom
overshoot.
was like
Sick.
her mom was too strict, and then she was like, "What are rules? Walk in the middle of the night anywhere you want."
And can we say who we are the most grateful for? Britney Spears' memoir? No.
I know, like Bernie Sanders.
Our viewers, our listeners, we would never be anywhere near where we are without you. We cannot do it without you. When Annie and I meet you guys at our shows, and we all met you guys at the live show, like we are so grateful that we have found you. You have found us. The click that we've clicked.
I've
And
never on the street been like had someone yell out slug or anything and not be the coolest person I've ever seen.
I know, right?
It's always awesome people, just such good vibes.
Boy slugs, girl slugs, gay slugs, all of you guys. Just like it just feels like we
Yeah.
know 'em, or
And then like that live show was such a good testament to that because the audience was so perfect. And then so like every game interacted, everything worked out so perfectly.
And
By the way,
I'm-
I ran into that girl and she did go on a date with that guy again.
oh my
She went out
God.
with him again after we
That was the craziest thing.
we
You guys-
harassed a man.
You guys have to come to our next live show.
yeah, there's
It's things get so good.
things happen.
And I'm particularly excited to further connect with the mama
Yes,
slugs out there
mama
because I
slug.
need you. I need you.
And I will
Daddy?
say that's another thing.
Daddy
and Daddy
slugs.
And daddy slugs. Yeah.
She's like a little less, but but I will say, yeah, like everyone's so good, and I love that. Like when I at my shows, there's like a baby slug and a mama slug, and like there's like generational balance. We love that we like speak to so many different age groups, and it's so cool.
We love you guys.
we love you guys so
guys.
much.
And I love that my sister-in-law is gonna watch this.
Oh, we'll see you guys next week for the beginning of Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
and Merry Christmas, guys, because it's happening. And if you're Jewish, this is your year to have Christmas.
We're
too.
gonna say Merry Christmas for the next 5 episodes, right?
Yeah.
It's Merry Christmas until
It's the holiday season around here.
until January. We're still gonna say Merry Christmas then.
Yep.
So get used to it. Merry
That's
Christmas.
when it does get a little sad in January, but we'll revisit that.
All right, happy holidays. Happy holidays. And we'll see you next week.
And to all a good night.